We're now at Universal
Line just cuts you in front of all the lines for every ride, so attraction, and just kind of gets through it quicker and, you know, on standing line. Hey, I love this weather, I can't beat it, but I'm always standing in line with something. So after all, we'll just take a peek at the Backlot Tour, and also the world's largest 3D exhibit, which is a Backlot 3D launch right here.
Well, after 40 minutes standing in line for tickets, we're finally in the park. So we're going to try and make our way to the Wisteria lane where Desperate Housewives has been filmed. See, this place is massive.
Men in the car.
You know, that old stuff.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Hey, baby, don't you wanna go back to that same old place, sweet home Chicago? Well, 101 is 2, 6 and 2's 8. Come on, baby, don't you make me late. Hey, baby, don't you wanna go back to the same old place, sweet home Chicago? Tell me what, 6 and 3 is 9.
Wow, it works.
They even have Mr. Bean's Holiday Mini. Come down from the Starway, and that's up there, come down here, and we're at the sort of place where all the rides are. This is the Jurassic Park ride, and over here, you'll see all the
Welcome aboard the world famous Universal Studio Tour. We're glad to have you out here joining us today. We're going to be taking off here in just a couple of minutes. Sit back, relax, make yourselves comfortable. I'll introduce myself to you before we get out of here. Hey there guys, my name is Al. I'm going to be your tour guide today. Thank you. Good. One person. Turns out a mockery when that happened. I'll tell you what. Oh, really nice out there. This is the busiest movie studio in the world. Do a big favor before we get out of here, though. Make sure you have a pair of 3D glasses. If you didn't get a pair of 3D glasses, go ahead and just raise your hand right now. We'll get a pair on over to you. Take a look off to your left. Wave goodbye to everybody standing there in line. You're never going to see him again. And let me introduce you to our brand new co-host here at the studio tour, Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide,
Adam.
and the greatest drive,
Al.
They're the best. I love them. Even though
One of us.
owed me $5.
And these buildings create any environment your script calls for. A great example there, the left-hand side is soundstage number 12. One of the largest soundstages in the world. They built, well, some of the biggest sets ever inside there. Frankenstein's Lab, Dracula's Castle. Recreate the clock tower. And Back to the Future inside of there. Folks, like I said, well, if you saw a flashing red light on the outside of one of those sound stages, what we refer to as a wigwag light just simply means when it's on, they're filming inside of those stages, and that's where they're filming actually CSI today. Those are their homes here in California, over at sound stage 24, 25, 23, and 22. The other half of the week they spend out in Vegas actually shooting outside exterior shots out there. And now if you're wondering, where do these television shows and movies get their starts? Yeah, where do they start? Handsome tour guy? Thank you. Here on your left-hand side, production bungalows, offices to writers, directors, casting agents, producers, pretty much anybody working in the pre-production phase of filmmaking. So before we start filming it, these are the folks who get it all put together. Historically, these were actually little homes away from homes for our actors. They were dressing rooms to classic stars like Rock Hudson, Betty Davis, Lucille Ball, Doris Day, Jimmy Stewart had their own little basically apartments that were here on the lot, their offices. Nowadays, though, like I said, it is home to many different production offices. In fact, these bungalows are where you can find the home of Illumination Entertainment. Producers of hits like Despicable Me and Hop, Illumination is hard at work putting the finishing touches on their newest production, Lorax, which will bring the magical mind of Dr. Seuss to life with amazing 3D and CGI effects. So watch out for Lorax in theaters this upcoming March. Now, coming up in front of us here, we're actually going to be leaving the front lot. And we're going to be going out on the back lot. Now, the back lot is actually where the world is literally around the corner for us. Because we build all of our exterior sets out here. We build them on a very large scale. So let's say you want to film in London, you want to film in New York City, you want to film in San Francisco. Well, it's not like we can't take film crews out there and do that, but it's time-consuming, it's expensive to do that. It's just a lot easier to do it right here. So that's why we've created or recreated all those locations. Here on your left, you'll see a little bit in the New York Street, considered one of the most filmed locations in the entire world. We're going to be taking you around our metro sets and then back through into the heart of some of them here today. Now, you may be familiar with all this from reading about it in the news, seeing it on television. About the last 3 years, it was actually June 1st, 2008, we had a large devastating fire on our back lot. It burnt down 4 acres worth of sets. If you're wondering where that was there on your left-hand side. All of that you'll be seeing was gone, burnt in the fire. But we brought it back bigger and better than it ever was before. Now, what you'll see around you are not really buildings. It's kind of nice to go to the backside this way because you can actually see what they really look like from the opposite side. They're what we call facades, the French word beneath false front. You only build the fronts and sides of the buildings because, well, that's all the camera's going to see. Your imagination builds in the rest for us. So, you've taken a turn and we take you right into London Square. Brand new section built on after the fire. If you look through off to your right hand side, you can see New York Street over there. And where we are, you'll also see on your right hand side a church that looks very plain. Well, it's not denominational on purpose. See, if we need need a Catholic church, a Methodist church, a Baptist, whatever it is, we just put a different sign out front. There you have it. Even the little courtyard next to it has grass that's very easily pulled up and changed for whatever scene we need. One day we might have a beautiful wedding scene take place out there, and next day might be a funeral scene. But then again, same thing, right guys? Right? No? No, that's my wife. Also, if you take a look on your left-hand side, you're going to see a giant wall. Yay! No? Okay. Thank you. That giant wall right there is actually built very simply to block out the image of the hillside behind us. It's that simple, so it doesn't look like you're in the San Fernando Valley while you're filming in New York, while you're filming in London, wherever it may be. Then we painted a big mural onto it that makes it look like buildings in the background. It gets that look of 3 dimensions because we actually painted the shadows onto it. So as long as it's in the background of a shot, it still looks very realistic. Bringing all these sets back, though, was no easy task. We had to work with some of the biggest hitters in all of Hollywood. We worked very closely with director Steven Spielberg. That's right. And we always work with the biggest hitters. And so we recently had that with none other than director Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie.
Camera's ready, because off to your left, a great up-close personal look at some of our most memorable big screen icons, our picture cars. Now, what is a picture car, might ask? Well, very simply, any car on set can be seen by the camera. You'll see recognizable vehicles out here like the Animal House Deathmobile, rebuilt for the DVD release of Animal House. Marx Brothers Model A's, Nublar like A Day at the Races, Night at the Opera. Magnum PI's Ferrari, actually driven by Tom Selleck's mustache. I'm kidding. He had a stunt mustache. That'll already get from the new Knight Rider series. This car from Back to the Future, my all-time favorite, maybe yours too, the Back to the Future DeLorean. Although technically speaking, not the Back to the Future DeLorean. It's actually one of 15 different DeLoreans that we modified for the Back to the Future films. Some of our racers from the Fast and Furious franchise with Fast 5 having just come out, just about a year back. Year plus back now, actually. Looks like Universal has gone ahead and we are making a 6th Fast and Furious film. Now, by doing things like that, audiences have always embraced their need for speed, so our picture cars had to get bigger, badder, and faster. That's especially true with our Fast and Furious franchise. Yeah, curious what he just said? We are too. You know, we figured it out. In nearly impossible chase scenes like these, crashes, explosions are constantly happening. Well, you got to make it all look realistic, but it's hard to do. So we use our picture cars along with motion control technology. Here at Special Effects Stage R55, and take a look out to your left-hand side, we're going to show you exactly how we do it. And guys, if you take a look out to your right-hand side, you won't see anything, so don't do that. It's a terrible photo.
We're on the set. Let's see the bullet hits. And go. Smoke. Go. Fire. Go. Okay, we're clear for a full run through. All systems checked. This one's for real, guys, so watch out. And action.
Let's say hello to Carmen to our motion control robotics. Hey guys, why don't you take a bow for everybody? Nice. It's cute. You got any other moves you might like to show us for me? Steven Spielberg's Jurassic Park films. The most recognizable, I think, they're at your left. Some mobile labs in the Lost World Jurassic Park, and this scene right here. I remember being dangled over a cliffside. Well, in reality, that cliff just a parking structure here on our back lot. Last Jurassic Park tour came back in 2001, so dinosaurs are all, so, oh my gosh, oh no, there's dinosaurs attacking the tram, it's frightening, Those dinosaurs are your cameras like a water spitting animals spitting at you. That's what I do here. See, weather in any Hollywood picture helps set the right mood, sets the right tone. The problem is, you're in Southern California, where in January it's been about 80, 85 degrees today. So you never know what kind of weather you're going to have, so then you got to create it yourself. Take things like, you know, I've been telling that I do Access to America's favorite weatherman. You know him, I love him. Here he is with today's show, Mr. Richter.
Backlot. It's going to be sunny and dry in 6 Points, Texas. Cool and cloudy in Little Europe. Expect snow and sleet on New York Street. We've got high chance of cloud and precipitation near Skull Island, Amity Island, and
Well, I wasn't expecting actually any rain, but don't worry about flash flood warning. LA after all that stuff is cut out. Don't worry, folks, look at us there. Old Mexico. We have film television shows out here, movies out here, like Three Amigos, Chevy Chase, Martin Short, Big Fat Liar, Frankie Muniz, Paul Giamatti, You'll Be Fine. For recently, television shows, Unity, and film out here. Oh my gosh, there's a flash of things right after the tryout. Wow. That's awful. I just mopped out here this morning. Kind of embarrassed. Could have done the whole thing with one sham wow. Much better. What we're going to do is now leave because, hey, that was not really rain. It wasn't really a flash flood. It was thousands of gallons of recycled water being released from tanks on the hill, flooding down here. You guys, we pump it back up to the top of the hill, put it back in the tanks, and ship it off to Disneyland, where they put in the dream fountains. That's what they do. And the rain overhead sprinkler system, shooting water straight up in the air, lets it fall back down to the earth. Naturally. And the illusion of rain. In this dry part of old Mexico, you could have recently seen it in the community television shows like Shameless and House, and also Hot from Universal Pictures. Now as we cross the border of old Mexico, we take you right into the old west. Yep, right here is old 6 Points, Texas. Here at 6 Points, Texas, we filmed countless TV and movie westerns. Some of the biggest names in western history like Hoot Gibson, Audie Murphy, Jimmy Stewart, John Wayne, Duke himself. All those that are down on these streets here.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Us folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal line.
I heard this where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot you.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, fella.
Oh, you can count on it, fella. Thank you.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
Now old 6 Points, Texas here, one of the oldest standing sets on our back lot. Take a close look at some of the walls out here, like the brick walls there on your left-hand side. You might notice they don't look all that realistic all of a sudden. Well, that's because they're not. See, quite often your cowboys are getting themselves in big fight scenes like these. Punch, push, thrown up against the wall. That was a lot easier on your stars if our brick walls were only made out of foam rubber. The world is literally around the corner, like we said. You go from the Red Sea right here to Little Europe. Little Europe can actually go with any country in the world you want. Paris, England, Spain, whatever it may be, by very simply changing the language on the signs.
Mi chiamo Jimmy Fallon e tu mi conosco TV.
Coming up around the corner from us here, going to be soundstage number 50. Now 50 is a hot set. That means that it's fully dressed, it's ready to film the minute that director yells action. Now you're in luck. They're not going to be yelling action again until Thursday's last production summary I read. So they are not inside of there right now. We're going to take you inside, actually show you around what it would look like. Now, if you are a fan of the Fox television series Bones, you might have seen this set used not that long ago in this episode. Right here.
That's the FBI?
FBI, yeah. Hear about the new remains.
That's him. Right over there.
You alright?
Yep, that all filmed inside of here. In fact, filmed off to your right-hand side. We dressed it up to look like, whoa. Alright, folks, listen up, man. It's Marcel Trevor. It's a great comic thing here in California. Nothing to worry about. Go, boy. Alright, guys, I think I thought you might off to the big one. We're trying to see this game in and you're going out of the drive. Oh boy. Alright, folks, listen up. On the plus side, this does double as a great ab workout. Get hurt. Congratulations, folks. You just survived earthquake, a big one. It was large-scale mechanical effects like those made a disaster film, talking back in 1970. All starting with Airport 70. That starred Dean Martin. Because when you think action here,
That was so cool.
Here's that team who almost started off. Nice combination of mechanical effects along with modern digital technology. Probably coming up with some air here real soon. Make sure that you know, we're all doing fine. And I'll also see off to the left there's a shark in the water. There's a shark in the water. There's a shark in the shark in the water. All right. Well, diver had some guts for going out there, you know. And there they are. Alright, here's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to pull you up to safety. We are going to hide you behind these highly explosive gasoline tanks. I went to college for this job. I'm not kidding. Keep your eyes out in the middle of the water. You see a yellow buoy. We tie bait to it. Now, if the shark takes the bait, he's good. He's taking the bait. He's smoking a gas line, too. Well, it would not get any worse than this, okay? Alright, I don't know, here's the only thing I can say. We need to know exactly where the shark is so we can safely evacuate. So keep your eyes out there in the middle of the bay where the shark's gonna reappear, but I need to know now. Oh my gosh, the shark is attacking the tram. Oh no. Oh, the humanity. Oh, the plastic, wobbly humanity. Not at all. Wow. That is something you do not see every day. Unless you're me. You do. And behind us is Bruce, the mechanical man-eating great white shark from Jaws. As big of a terror off screen as he was on screen on the very first day of filming. What we did, had our cast, our crew, equipment all set up, all ready to go. We put Bruce in the water and immediately sank directly to the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, prompting the cast and crew to begin the production flaws. I'll start your tour off to your left-hand side. I'll make my way back around and show you the rest of the block. Second house on your left is a yellow house with columns out front. That there is Gabrielle's home, played by Eva Longoria in the series. Got a pretty line. She had a pretty nice gardener for a while or two. Next door to her, used to be 1313 Mockingbird Lane. It was home of the Munsters years ago. Next house on your left, yellow house again. Susan's home, played by Terry Hatcher in the series. It's also home to the Hardy Boys years ago. Michael Jackson's Black or White music video starts off there. And next door to Susan lives Lynette, played by Felicity Huffman, and her husband, played by Doug Savant, on the show. Dates all the way back to Bedtime for Bonzo with Ronald Reagan. So house has been here a pretty darn long time. Of course, technically not a house. None of these are. They are, once again, just facades around us. Just the fronts and sides of the buildings. The interiors are all built inside of the sound stages out on the front lot. The exception to that, though, is here on your right, Edie's home, 4362. What used to be Edie's home, at least, maybe Nicolette shared it, is a fully practical set, so you can film outside and on the inside of it like a real house. As we make our way back around, I'll show you a couple clips of Wisteria Lane in action, so you can check out what these houses actually look like on TV, as well as seeing them right here in real life.
Next morning.
I'll show you a better clip right here.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate, it's a good neighbor.
Bree's house will be here on your left, push across on the show. A brick house, blue and white trim. We're gonna make a big U-turn here, and as we do, off to your left-hand side, you see a little area known as Falls Lake out here. Right past the truck, in fact, you'll be able to see the big blue wall of it. You might even catch a little bit of the concrete basin below it, full of water. Well, Falls Lake can actually deal with almost any body of water, any ocean in the world you want. And how do we do it? Well, here's exactly how. Originally built for Jaws Revenge, all you have to do is actually pretty simple. Fill up the concrete basin with water, as you can see is done right now. Paint some clouds on the blue backdrop and have a tight camera shot. And there you go. You're in the middle of the ocean. Or, where any of these scenes right here took place. Well, folks, hope you had a wonderful time out here with us today. On behalf of myself, all of us here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Alan, our show, give Alan a big round of applause. Get us through here today. You. No, you. And hey, if you're an annual pass member, we look forward to seeing you again real soon. Or if you're not, stop on by the Hollywood Ticket Outlet where you can learn how to upgrade today's ticket. Become an annual pass member. Come back and visit us all year long. And hey, if you're hanging around town for a couple of days, definitely do this. Check by the Hollywood Ticket Outlet, see if they still have tickets for the Tonight Show with Jay Leno. They are free, and it is a lot of fun. Jay always puts on a great show while you're out there. Folks, I hope you had a wonderful time with us as we come back here into our unloading zone. When we stop and let you back off the tram, we're going to find some depositories for those glasses. You can just drop them off there.